name is Kwaku Amuti. I am a creative director and founder of Proverb, a growth group for men of color, and co-founder of HueList, a website and company built to celebrate minority-owned brands. Okay, what inspired me to jumpstart my journey was a love for creating. I started out as a designer, morphed into a creative director, but then I realized that there was way more to it than that. It wasn't that I was, an amazing designer or something like that. It was more about, I figured out early that I could decipher the patterns in things. So if you put me in front of something, my motto, and it still stands to this day, is that if you give me 2 days to do it, I could figure it out and be pretty good at it. But it's because every time I look at whatever it is, I'm looking deep for the pattern of how it works, because everything is based on that. So what got me started was that. It was that early love of trying to figure out anything. It could, whether it be a sport or whether it be art, whatever it was, I was destined to try to figure it out. I always wanted to. Major challenge in jumpstarting, one significant challenge for me was that everyone had told me, or I had been taught from an early age, that you're only supposed to be good at one thing. So that was difficult for me because I really wanted to do more than one thing. It wasn't just art, it was, speaking, it was math, it was a whole bunch of different stuff. So whatever it was I wanted to get into, I wanted to be good at it. But I had always had that drilled down into my head that you're only supposed to focus on one thing. You're only supposed to be good. You don't want to be a jack of all trades and a master of none. But, as I get older, I challenged the notion. I said, well, what if I can be a jack of all trades and a master at all of them? Things people told me about why I shouldn't pursue what I do and becoming a creator. I heard everything. I came from a traditional background, and I don't blame, my parents or friends or anybody who said anything. I don't blame them for what they said because it was just where they were coming from. But I had always heard that you should get into a stable career. You should, make sure that you're, that you've got a multi-year career that you can retire in, and then you can kind of ride off in the sunset. But that never was something that spoke to me deeply or spoke to me even spiritually. So you name it, I heard it. You won't make money being a creator. I've heard the starving artist thing a million times. I've heard you can't do this. You're not qualified. The beauty of my career is that I never went to school for what I did. I picked it up and I let my passion teach me what I needed to know. So yeah, the biggest one was you're not qualified. And one of the things that kept me going during that time was that somebody had told me that anyone in the world can dictate the amount of time you play or participate in something, but they can't dictate the amount of time you practice. So I would voraciously practice design, and I'd practice being a creator and figuring things out until I really got good at it. If I had to tell someone one thing to get started, what would it be? It's to not let your feelings do the driving. There are gonna be times when what you're doing is super exciting and you're into it and you're doing the sexy parts of things and you're loving life, but then there's another time where you're gonna have to do a lot of, for your dreams and visions, a lot of the administrative work, a lot of the planning, a lot of the things that aren't as sexy, and as front-facing. But, and your feelings are going to start, getting worked up, and do I really wanna do this? Is this something I wanna do? But I would say at that point, put your feelings in the back seat of the car and let your passion actually do the driving. Because if this is something that you want to do, if this is something that you're really feeling called to do, or it's your mission or purpose in life, then let that be the thing that drives you, not the feelings of what you're doing in the particular moment. I'm Kwaku Amuti, and I'm a JumpStarter.